Another round?
I probably shouldn't. I'm not in the best headspace.
What's wrong?
I got a cabin about an hour from here. I went out scavenging, came home to find it overrun by groaners.
Came to the right place. We, got a guy here. He does groaner work. Could maybe loan him out.
Really? Is he any good?
He's the best I ever saw.
So he's like based out of here, lives at the motel?
Generator needs a refill by now.
Where's the little girl's room?
Down the hall. It's the first on the left.
You know, I had a hunch you were up to something. Let me guess. Vasquez from down the road sent you here to snoop? Well, I've got a little message for Vasquez. Hold her still. I reckon you're gonna have trouble sniffing around after this.
Sorry. Thought you were better on your feet.
Good to see you, too. Wanted by the new Babylon Marshals. Well, goddamn. For a wanted man, I look good. Can I keep this? I'm keeping this. Jenny, hey, come here. Hey, you remember where I taught you?
There's Annie, your kid.
Jenny, this here is Maggie. See, Maggie and I are old acquaintances. So you are either here not to kill me, or you have gotten seriously rusty.
A few weeks back, I got raided. Outnumbered, overpowered, stole all our grain. Said they'd be back in a month for more. And a month after that, took a hostage as collateral.
They took your kid.
I tracked them all the way up the Hudson. By then, they'd already made it across.
Across to what?
Manhattan.
Hey, that is a really nice job. Will you do me a favor and go finish checking on our shit? Thank you. I hate to even ask, but how do I figure into this, Maggie?
The man who's got Herschel. They call him the Croat. Bullshit. You know him. When he scaled our walls, had us surrounded in the dark. Right before he took my son. Do you know what he did? That rings a bell, doesn't it? It did for me. It's the last thing I heard before I met you.
Oh. That crow. All right, so what you're thinking is, since I knew this guy back in the day when I was running the show, that maybe I had some special insight into his modus operandi, or hell, maybe I could just sweet talk him into giving you your boy back. We're talking about the same Croat? Let's just say there were a lot of psychos in my crew back then, but he always stood out as being an exceptionally insane son of a bitch. So the odds are, if it's the Croat that's got him...
No.
All right, tell me this. Why am I going to help you?
Because you
Because
owe
I
me.
owe you, right?
You're the last person that I wanted to ask for help. It doesn't look like you got too many options yourself. Because if I found you here, the marshals will too. As far as I can tell, you have exhausted every shithole.
You still got a decent setup at Hilltop? Kids, school.
We'll put up that girl. We see how things play out.
Fair enough. Hey, I don't recall this being the way to Hilltop.
It's because it isn't.
That's not what we talked about, Maggie.
It's the same people. Same setup, just had to relocate. After you helped burn it down, if you recall that.
There you go, kid. I was on the run, doing a stint on a farm about a year ago. When the marshals came poking around, she asked to go with me.
Why doesn't she talk?
The tale the people on the farm told? She was living with her dad. He took off one night. Didn't come back. She went looking for him. She found him. He turned. It was bad. She could tell by looking at him that it wasn't the dad, it wasn't an animal. It was a person or people. She just hasn't spoken since.
It's me. Marshals!
What? Shit, put that away, put that away.
Check the wounds. Sorry, for sure. Have you seen this man? Goes by the name of Nigan. The reason it's crucial we find this man is because he's murdered a magistrate in cold blood, along with 4 others. Which means under Code 14, Section 2 of New Babylon law, he'll be executed. But not just executed. Nothing so magnanimous as a hanging or beheading. No, but what this man has done, he'll be dangled upside down and sawed in half lengthwise, from the groin to the head, very, very slowly. This is a man who's built up an empire like a greedy king. Story goes he once lined up a group of unarmed folks and he bashed in a man's head with a baseball bat in front of the man's pregnant wife. Tranquilitas ordinus. Tranquility order. Justice. The law. That's what keeps our Federation of States at peace. Safe. Stable. I'm going to ask you one last time. Have you seen this man? All right, then.
Liquor, drugs, gambling, boredom, all prohibited under Code 19. Together amounting to a public execution.
Damn it, you're breaking my arm!
I am. You're very perceptive.
Okay, yeah, no, I did see him, He worked here. He killed the walkers. Someone took him. A woman.
A woman?
Yeah, I'd never seen her before today.
Where'd you take her?
I don't know. She drove up in a car.
describe the car?
I don't know!
It was a blue truck, parked out front.
That's it, I swear, that's it, I swear!
See? That's all you needed to say. The truth. And yet, Code 14, Section 8.
What?
Aiding and abetting.
I promise you something. All right, I will come back for you soon. Okay?
It's getting late.
You be good. They're gonna take care of it, right? You're gonna... Good people. That's how it's gotta be.
So you want the law catching up with you?
So it's her, huh? Same woman's been looking for him and leaving all those broken bones behind.
Hey, what I did back there wasn't because I wanted to. It had to be done.
What is it?
You know, when I was a kid, my pop, he went on a business trip or some shit to New York City, and he brought me back this little souvenir of the Statue of Liberty. I remember I just couldn't imagine how something so small could also be so giant, you know? So anyway, Pop, he promises he's gonna take me in to see the real thing and makes a whole plan. You know, picked a weekend and train tickets, the whole nine. And then, as generally was the case with my dad, something came up, I guess. Anyway, I still haven't seen Lady Liberty in the flesh. All right, so how's this whole operation supposed to lay out? I mean, besides the part where I charmed my old pal into giving you your kid back.
I got a plan.
Top secret, huh? I am on a need-to-know basis, I guess. That's cool. You don't trust me. Hell, I wouldn't trust me either. You see, I got what I wanted. Ginny is safe. She is comfortable. I could kill you right now.
You could try. But then I'd have to kill you first.
Well, there's a big difference. You see, if I'm dead, you don't get your son back. You need me.
I got a feeling it cuts both ways. And I'm sure the marshals would have something to say about that.
What I did, it's not like the marshals say. Besides, I do believe I've paid for what I've done. So, the building's on fire in a city that's gone to shit.
Camped out 3 days watching the city. Smoke shows up like that every morning at the same time. And then again at night, just like that.
You're thinking breakfast and dinner. Then again, Maggie, sometimes a building on fire is just a building on fire.
One more after this.
So, what's the deal with Manhattan? What's so special about it?
Manhattan was one of the epicenters. Military destroyed all the bridges and tunnels, hoping to contain it. Hoping to contain them. Once home to 1.5 million people. Now, let's do a sweep.
Don't.
Shit! Grace!
Empty your pockets. And your gun.
They don't give you one until you've been in the service for 3 months.
Well, you got something in your pocket.
They're for my grandma. She's sick. Not my blood grandma, but she looked after me when I was little. I'm all she has left.
You can try again, pulling on our heartstrings.
What are you doing?
Tossing him overboard. It's not like he's coming to the party.
Hey, relax. It's a short swim. You can doggy paddle, you'll be fine.
No.
He is a marshal, Maggie, junior marshal, whatever the hell he is. Every second he stays, he's a threat, a liability.
Yeah, or insurance. Either way, it doesn't matter what you think.
You know, you have been sticking it to me in infinite little ways since the second we hooked up. Don't think I haven't noticed. And I get how having Herschel taken has you spinning out, stirring up emotions, memories, all sorts of shit. But vengeful thoughts that I thought you had put to bed, clearly you have woken the hell up. But what I don't get is after all these years, you still think I'm the bad guy. I'm not. No one is. Well, you know what, Maggie? Maybe everyone is. Ask yourself one question. How many husbands and fathers have you killed?
What you did. You don't ever put something like that to bed.
Where are all the choppers?
In case you get separated.
Now, hey, when this is over, will you look after Jenny for me?
We don't have time for this.
Hey, wait. Just please. Look after her for me.
Because you're not going back to her. Let's go. If you try that again, you are gonna wish he threw you off that boat.
This way!
Seriously? Walkers are falling from the sky now?
They must have heard us. We have to...
The scaffolding!
Get your shit together, dickhead.
Maggie, stop. It's a trap. notice that. Nope.
Pearlie! Chris, it's me! It's Hanno! Over here!
We gotta find a way out of here.
You with me, kid?
Nobody gets out.
Miss? I'm guessing you know this by now, but I'm a New Babylon Marshal. My name is Pearlie Armstrong. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I like a good hog stew. Just want to give you a sense of what kind of people I am. I'm not your enemy. I come from New Babylon, capital city. It's more of a small town. Tree-lined streets, families looking out for each other. I got a wife and 3 daughters. They're my everything. Now, I don't know why you're with that man I'm looking for, or why you've taken one of our marshals hostage. But I'm guessing you got your reasons. Heck, might even be a good one. I'm open to hearing it. And I mean that sincerely. But if I get to you first, I'm gonna be a little less open. And I will get to you. Follow me.
Next time I tell you to move, you move.
My son! I need him to save my son.
Look at you, acting so tough, just like your mother, maybe your father. Tell me, did you ever meet the man who killed your father? He lived among your mother's people for years. Nigan. What do you know about him?
You can keep sitting there in the dark trying to freak me out, but I'm not saying shit.
Huh. You know, when I was a boy, I was fascinated by Manhattan. All those people on such a tiny island, pushing, shoving. The irony is that in death, the city is so much more alive than it ever was. Because the struggle galvanizes you. Shows you the strength you had inside all along. You know, I think you're gonna like it here. What?
He got away.
Okay, now you know where to go. Just tell me what I need to know about your people. You can dispense with all this hysteria. You'll be fine. Pussy, pussy. Stories! New record, no? And yet, Aquastätte. Nigan is here. Find him.
He has my son. We get inside the arena and we kill him.
We make one badass team.
It takes a monster to make one.
There is no way you're getting off this island.
I'm Eli Journay, EP and showrunner of Dead City, and this is your episode insider, Old Acquaintances. When we first see Maggie at the beginning of the episode, I would say she's pretty messed up. We learn shortly thereafter that her son has been taken, so she's not in the best headspace. You know, we see her just destroying this walker. We all know it's not exactly about the walker. So she's in a rough spot, but she reels it in, she holds it together, and getting on her way.
You know, I had a hunch you were up to something.
One person out there she feels who can help her is the last person on earth she wants to see again. Nigan is a wanted man. He's on the run. He's hiding out, taking care of this young girl, Ginny.
Jenny, this here is Maggie. See, Maggie and I are old acquaintances.
As Nigan explains, her father went out one night, and when she found him, he was a walker, and it was so disturbing that she never uttered another word after that. Her inability to speak, I think, kind of pulls on his heartstrings, and it makes him want to help her that much more.
A few weeks back, I got raided. Right before he took my son. Do you know what he did? That rings a bell, doesn't it? It did for me. It's the last thing I heard before I met you.
Still got a decent setup at Hilltop. Kids, school.
I'll put up that girl.
Maggie needs something, he needs something, and these are two people basically entering a business partnership. But of course, they have no idea what they're getting into. When Maggie and Nigan are on the boat and they're approaching Manhattan, for so long, maybe since the beginning, I always imagined that it was going to be that the fog parts to reveal the city. We needed to hide that reveal because it was just so important. We'd been teasing the city for so long, and to me, what's special about that moment is not just the city, but the idea that this is the moment where Maggie and Nigan, there have been all these things bubbling up throughout, all these little passive-aggressive jabs, and finally, it all comes out.
What I don't get is after all these years, you still think I'm the bad guy. I'm not. Ask yourself one question. How many husbands and fathers have you killed?
What you did. You don't ever put something like that to bed.
But then the fog parts and reveals the city, and it kind of snaps them out of it, and it's like something so much bigger is in front of them. It's a really special moment. This is not just New York City. This is not just any city in the world. This is New York City, the capital of the world with the lights out. Who knows what's happening there? So, of course, we have to talk about the cockroaches. Every single person who read the pilot script for the first time, it was the first thing they mentioned to me. They said, oh my God, the cockroaches. Lauren Cohan, I think the first time she saw that, literally screamed. Jeffrey insisted on it being a live cockroach going into his mouth. No, I'm just kidding. There's actually a scene that got cut, when Nigan and Ginny end up in the back of Maggie's truck. And Nigan looks down and sees a little cockroach crawling around, and we get the sense he's not a fan of cockroaches.
Nope.
We actually had in that scene a live cockroach, and there was even a cockroach handler. But in the big scene in New York, that it's all VFX, and I really was blown away at how good of a job they did. This episode is really just kind of like the Heart of Darkness journey into the city. They're about to go on an incredible, crazy, dark, interesting journey.